Hi, welcome to Viva's Canadian Journey. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year. I know it's been a while. It's been a very busy season or period here in Nova Scotia. We've been having back-to-back winter storms. In fact, right now there's a winter storm going on. So we're just fingers crossed that the lights don't go out. But thank you so much for watching. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the best possible way of relocating to Canada in 2022. Don't worry, this is not a scam, neither is it a get-rich-quick scheme, but in typical Viva's Canadian fashion, I'm going to be sharing with you one of the best streams that is guaranteed to get people to Canada in 2022. No jokes. Let's get started. The truth is, it's something you know, it's something I have talked about in the past. But lately, I've been getting a lot of questions, people contacting me to ask me about this. And I feel as if it's something I need to talk about again. The truth is, this is not something that you just talk about once and just stop. Okay, so without further ado, this stream or this pathway is the provincial nomination program. We all know this, well, some of us do, and I've been talking about this for a while. But for 2022, PNPs should be on your radar. And if you're new to my channel or you're new to this whole, Canada journey thing, and PNP sounds like rocket science, then don't worry. By the time we're done today, you're going to get a better understanding, okay? So, why should PNP be on your radar for 2022? A couple of weeks ago, IRCC came out with a memo. I don't know if some of us saw the memo, but for the benefit of those that haven't heard about it, I'm going to talk about what that memo, explained. And real quick, what was in the memo from IRCC is that for the first 6 months of 2022, okay, IRCC is going to shift its priority. It's going to shift its focus. So for the first 6 months of this year, we're not going to see any draws at the federal level and even the Canadian Experience class level. A lot of people were heartbroken because the truth is last year, IRCC really focused on the Canadian Experience class. But for the first 6 months, from January to June or July, there's not going to be draw. There's not going to be any draw, for that stream. However, one of the streams that IRCC are going to continue focusing on is provincial nomination programs. Okay, because these PNPs are very important for provinces, for the growth of provinces. Now, real quick, let me explain what PNPs are, because I believe that understanding is key. When you understand a program, why that program was set, why the program has been put in place, it will help you make a decision to see whether you are eligible for that program. Okay, so let me try and simplify it. So when it comes to Immigration Canada, right, the policies and laws are made by the federal level, okay, at the top. So a lot of us, we came to Canada via the federal stream. Now, the advantage of the federal stream is that if you're successful, you can reside in any province you want, apart from Quebec. So my family and I, we were successful via the federal stream, and we had the choice of any of the provinces in Canada. But we chose this lovely small province, and we've been happy since then. Okay, so that's one of the benefits. However, what happens with PNPs is that a province, so for instance, province A will go to the federal and say, listen guys, anytime there's a federal draw and some people come to our province, these people that are coming, we don't necessarily need their skill set. However, what's happening in our province right now is that we need a lot of skilled workers in the health industry. Our province needs doctors, nurses, CCA. Okay, we need this to survive. We need this to thrive. So Province A has gone to the federal and said, this is what we need. This is what is happening in our province. If we don't get skilled workers to fill out this position, the province is going to suffer. Our health system is going to be, maxed to the brink. Now, federal hears this from the province, and federal automatically they're like, oh yeah, that's true. This is very, very important. You guys need to get the workers needed to help the province. So federal tells Province A that, you know what, out of the quota we have for 2022, take 10,000. You're going to have a quota of 10,000. Okay, for example. Now go make your criteria, go, make your own stream, and then send out that stream to people and invite skilled workers to apply for this stream. So Province A, they're very excited. They go back to their province and they start working on criteria to fill out, the in-demand skills in that province. So this is how PMPs work. And this is one of the reasons why we're going to keep seeing PMP draws, because PMPs are very beneficial to provinces. If provinces don't get the skilled workers to fill out the spaces, so to say, in a province, that province might suffer. If you have a province that needs, let's say, teachers, and they don't get it, what's going to happen to the school system? What's going to happen to students in school? So PMPs are very important. This is going to keep on happening. So Province A goes back, sets up their criteria, and then start inviting people. Okay, very, very important. But to do this, the Province A does this hand in hand with the federal. That's why a lot of provincial nomination streams are tied with the federal stream. So they're not working in isolation. Very important to note. Now, once Province A, throws out the stream and then workers apply, if you're successful, the advantage of a PMP is that you get 600 points. So if a province nominates you, so for instance, Province A advertises and says, we need doctors. You apply to that province and you're successful, the province nominates you, you get 600 points. Now with that 600 points, you can go back to the federal level, okay, and then apply for your permanent residency. Okay. Now the whole point of that nomination is that if you're successful and you get your permanent residency, you move to that province and you add value to that province, because the province needs your skill set. So the idea is not just to move there for a month or two and then run away to another province, but to stay there and thrive and help build the province. So that's the general gist behind provincial nomination programs. Now, what do you need to do to give yourself a good head start when it comes to PMPs? One of the first things you need to do is to determine your NOC code. This is extremely important. The way provinces work here is not just saying, oh, we need teachers, or we need, in fact, since coming to Canada, I've realized that there's several, it's not just as simple as saying, oh, I'm a doctor. There's the general physicians, the family doctors, the dietitians, the urologists. I'm like, oh my goodness. A lot of NOC codes that are very, very specific. So you need to determine your NOC code. A couple of weeks ago, a lady contacted me and she said, oh, I heard doctors are needed in Nova Scotia. I want to apply. So So I said, oh yeah, go ahead. But then I asked her, I said, what is your exact NOC code? She started getting frustrated. She said, I don't know, but I'm a doctor now. I said, yes, but what is your NOC code? Because there are different types of doctors. It's not all type of doctors that Nova Scotia is looking for. Anyway, she ended up finding her NOC code, and she realized that her NOC code was not in demand in Nova Scotia, but in a different province. So it's very important. I've talked about NOC codes before, but I'm going to put a link that will help you determine your NOC code. This is one of the first things you need to have at your fingertips when thinking about provincial nomination programs. Because what this does is, once you know your NOC code, don't waste time. Just start looking for provinces that have your NOC code in demand. So if there's only 1 or 2 provinces that need your skill set, you can just focus on that province. This makes life easier for you. Instead of dilly-dallying and thinking, oh, is it Manitoba? Is it Alberta? Is it Ontario? No, have your NOC code at your fingertips. Do your research, find out which province needs your skill set. When you narrow it down, sometimes it could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3 provinces that you know have the skill set for. Then you know that, okay, I'm going to concentrate on these 3 provinces or these 2 provinces. Or sometimes it might even be a case of you found your NOC code and your NOC code is not in demand in any of the provinces. That can happen. I call those kind of NOC codes the blessed NOC codes. Now, what happens in this case is that you start looking at another stream. It could be, you can now consider coming to Canada as an international student. That could be an option. But what getting your NOC code does for you is that it sets you on a path for success, so that you know, it makes the journey easier, so that you know you're just concentrating on this province, you're just concentrating on that stream, and you're not going around in circles. Now, of course, with all skilled worker streams associated with Canada, you need your language proficiency exams, you need to have your credentials evaluated, and you need to show that you have at least 1 year work experience. Very, very important. But please note that for 2022, provincial nomination programs are the way forward. If you're in the federal express entry stream and you're just waiting for a draw at the federal level, please start considering this option or looking at other options. And it doesn't matter which province needs your skill set. Just concentrate on that province. I hear people saying, I don't want this, just concentrate on the province that needs your skill set. And the truth is, Canada needs you. Anytime I say it, people think I'm joking, but that's the truth, Sha. When you come here, you realize that. Okay, no talk. I hope you found this helpful and useful as usual. And until next time, do take care. Hi, my name is Habiba.